What's up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Kevin Eats World. On this episode, we're going to make barbecue chicken. But before we continue, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. So I absolutely love barbecue chicken. I think anytime you're going to make chicken, I think the key to it is to do a nice dry brine. Really, brining essentially is drawing moisture into the meat. And so typically, you would do a wet brine if you're going to make like a Thanksgiving turkey, where you do water in equal parts salt and sugar. Here, we're just going to do a dry brine. Essentially, what's going to happen is the salt is going to draw the moisture out of the skin, and then we're going to leave it in the fridge for a couple hours so that that moisture will then dissolve the salt, and through the property of diffusion, I know Patrick's so bored by this explanation, but through the property of diffusion, then the liquid essentially redistribute back into the meat. And so you'll just get a really juicy and delicious bird. So really, we've broken this chicken down. In previous videos I've shown you, I prefer to buy a whole chicken and break it down into the parts. I'm actually going to use the breast to make deli meat for the little monster over there. And so we're just going to do the dark meat here. We're going to do thigh, drumstick, and wing. And so, super simple. We're just going to season this and put it in the fridge for a couple hours prior to grilling. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put plenty of salt onto the top side. We're going to put black pepper. And then we're going to do garlic powder. We're going to do onion powder. We're going to do paprika. Not a ton of flavor out of paprika, but it's got such a beautiful color for barbecuing. And then lots of spice. We'll hit it with some cayenne. Just be careful how much cayenne you put on. It can get pretty spicy. And then we're going to flip and repeat the other side. Okay, so I forgot one seasoning, which is my secret weapon. It's this rosemary herb from Pampered Chef. Absolutely delicious, and I like to put it on everything. And again, if you notice, I'm not being super scientific here and how I put everything on, because I'm actually going to get my hands in here and dig everything onto all the meat here, which we'll go ahead, after we get this rosemary seasoning on, we'll go ahead and pick up all the bits that got all over the sheet pan. And so we'll make sure these sides are all nice and evenly coated. And so, nice color on these. We're going to go ahead and just put these in the fridge. I'm going to wash my hands here, and then we're going to put this in the fridge for a couple hours. And then we come back, the grill will be going, and we'll go ahead and start grilling these things. Okay, so while the chicken's marinating in the oven, we're going to go ahead and make a mop sauce. You can do this right before you start grilling. You can do it ahead of time. But essentially, this is a sauce for as you're grilling. You're just going to drizzle it onto the meat. And it's really just going to impart a really nice flavor. So the first thing is going to be lots and lots of apple cider vinegar. Probably about 2 cups worth. Then we're going to add Worcestershire. Probably about a half a cup worth. Some leftover barbecue sauce or any barbecue sauce of your choosing. And then we're going to add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. We're going to add some of these spices that we marinated the chicken with. And then we'll put a little bit of sugar in here, just about a tablespoon's worth. And so you'll essentially just mix this up That'll be plenty. It's not a lot of chicken that we're going to be grilling today. If we're going to be doing a larger portion, I probably double or triple the recipe. All right, so at this point, we have the charcoals going. So if you come over and just take a look, this is the point when they're pretty much good. So we'll just spread them out a little bit. I want the fire to be on one side of this grill because we're going to do what's known as offset cooking. Essentially, we're going to treat this as super high heat, almost like it's rotisserie, but I want to add a little bit of smoke element. So I'm going to throw a couple chunks of walnut on, and then I'm going to throw some apple chips. This is going to get this grill super hot, probably somewhere up around 600 degrees. And then we will put our grill grates on. Again, I'm fine with the fire on that side because we are going to cook on this side of the grill. And I'm just going to spray just a little bit of olive oil. And then you're going to put our chicken on. You want to leave a little bit of room here in between each piece. And then essentially let's call it, after the first 10 minutes, every 5 to 10 minutes or so, we will use our Mop Sauce to baste the chicken. This will probably take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. As you can see, we're well over 500 degrees on our way to 600. We just have nice, beautiful, clear smoke coming out of this. All right, so we're about 10 minutes in, as you can see. Got a nice color on the outside of the chicken. And so just really to add a little extra flavor, we're just really just basting this chicken. And make sure, keep that chicken nice and moist, prevent the skin from burning. This grill is incredibly hot. And we'll give this about 5 minutes. We'll flip the chicken and we'll do the same thing. So beautiful color here on this chicken. We'll go ahead and flip. And we'll mop this side. And then really what you want to do is just monitor the chicken, move the chicken around as you're starting to see things heating up and grill marks and all that fun stuff. As we continue to cook, the temperature wanes down. I'm not going to refuel this. I want the temperature to go down as we're progressing. Probably have about 15 minutes or so left. And again, as we get a little further along, we'll just continue to inch the chicken a little bit closer to the coals until the end. We'll finish them over top of it, but these are really looking beautiful. All right, so we just have a couple minutes left before these are done. We're going to take some homemade barbecue sauce. I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit on everything here. Go ahead and baste that sauce and everything. And then for the last few minutes, we're going to go ahead and put the chicken just directly on top of the coals. We're only going to do a couple minutes aside here. The sugars in the barbecue sauce will burn. So we're going to let it sit on the top side of the chicken. We'll turn it, put some more barbecue sauce on, turn it, and these bad boys will be done. So you turn the chicken once. Put a little barbecue sauce here on the top. We'll go ahead and just baste that on in. Let this go for about a minute. We should be good to go. So this chicken's looking beautiful. A little bit of crisp, but not burnt. We're going to take this off. We're going to let this rest for about 5-10 minutes. And we'll go inside for the bubbies to try it. So here is the final product. And we're going to have a taste tester, Miss Sammy Pie Rose. Pick a piece and let us know how it is.
right, I'm gonna go for the wing here. It is super hot because it just came off the grill. Mm. One bite, everybody knows the rules here. Mm. Okay, it's super juicy, so moist. I can taste all like the seasonings. It's spicy because of all the cayenne, but it is so not overpowering. And the kicker is that hot sauce, not hot sauce, barbecue sauce that Kev made. It's gonna be a sloppy, sloppy dinner tonight. So if you like this video, hit that smash that like button. I feel like gremlin crawling on me. And subscribe to Kevy Eats World. See you next time. Bye.